At the time I'm recording this video, I live off of crypto, and I am 48 years old. And if I could go back in time to 2017 and speak to my younger self so I could make it big in crypto faster, here's exactly what I would say. This video will touch on 3 things I would address: investing, trading, and thinking in crypto. Number 1, don't do what everybody else is doing in crypto. Listen, you don't have to trade the same way everybody else does. You can be an investor, you can be a day trader, or you can be a swing trader. And each one of those has their own styles. Listen, when I first started back in crypto, I tried everything. I tried investing, trading, and swing trading. As a matter of fact, it was mostly a combination of all 3. But I found I was a much better swing trader than what I was a day trader. And that's okay. Each person has their own style and has their own strengths and what they like more, what they enjoy doing more, what they understand more. You don't have to do what everybody else does. Even a swing trader, you can be a breakout trader or a range trader, which is what I personally prefer doing myself. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Number 2, don't trade crypto based on news. Do not listen to news when you trade crypto. Listen, crypto is extremely volatile. It seems like it reacts on news, but the truth is, it really doesn't. If you know TA, if you use technical analysis, you could actually see these moves before the news even talks about it. You can see the trades and the breakouts before it even hits the news. And then, once the move happens, everyone scrambles to see what was the news or what happened for the trade to go up or down. It blows my mind. It really does. Look, there's news for the masses and news for the classes. You never get the news for the classes. That's reserved for the insiders. We only get the news for the masses. And by the time that hits, it's often too late. Yes, maybe there's some short-term moves. Maybe it's volatile. Maybe the markets react or seem to react. But those are mostly games by whales and nothing that really stays long-term. Even when it comes to interest rates, we have seen the markets do the opposite, whether it's traditional markets or crypto. Don't believe me? Let me give you some examples. .com bubble. They were cutting interest rates, markets went down. The opposite of whatever everybody expects. Number 2, 2009, 2010, they were cutting rates, the markets went down. During the virus, the pandemic, they were cutting rates, the markets went down, including crypto. Don't listen to news. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Number 3, they say the best time to buy crypto is in the bear market. No, it isn't. Listen, bear markets can be extremely gruesome and they can last a long time. And throughout that time period of a bear market, whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years, a lot can go wrong, especially when it comes to crypto. Companies can fail, they can fold, rug pull you, scam, tech can become obsolete. Anything can go wrong in that time span. The best time to buy crypto is not in a bear market, unless you're talking about Bitcoin. That's a different thing. We'll talk about that later. But the best time to buy crypto, it's as you're coming out of a bear market. That way you can see what's trending, which coins are still around, which ones are developing, which ones have the right price action, and which ones break out. That's the best time to buy these coins. So don't listen to what sounds like common sense. Usually isn't. Number 4, don't keep buying the dip. Yes, I know a lot of influencers and experts keep telling you to buy the dip. Stop it. Just stop it. Get away from that mindset. Have you ever bought a coin over here? Let's call this X coin. It goes down. You're like, okay, I'm going to buy the dip. Then it goes down more. And then you just, okay, now I'm going to buy the dip again. I'm going to dollar cost average out my cost. And it goes down more. Well, there's a coin over here that's just flying. Listen, buying the dip makes sense when it comes to Bitcoin, but buying the dip on a coin that just keeps on breaking down. Listen, markets and coins move in trends, and once a trend gets going, it usually continues to go. So yeah, okay, maybe you want to buy the dip once or twice, but you have to draw a red line in the sand and then not buy that again until it gets over that red line in the sand. That red line being resistance. Yes, it's better to wait and buy higher at some point than keep buying the dip into oblivion. When you trade crypto, you have to think about it like a business. Now, there was a man and he opened up a shop. He opened up a clothes shop and he was selling dresses, and he had red dresses, green dresses, and blue dresses. The red dresses were selling, but the green and blue, not so much. One day, a distributor comes and says, listen, we have a special on those blue dresses. We have them half price. So he says, okay, bring them on. So he buys blue dresses. But in a couple of weeks, these dresses weren't selling. The red dresses were selling, but the blue dresses were not. The distributor comes again and says, listen, we have another 25% off the blue dresses. And he's like, okay, bring me the other 25%. And this happened over and over again. What do you think happened to that man that had that shop? He had a shop full of blue dresses that nobody wanted, and now he did not have capital to buy red dresses, which everybody wanted. The same thing happens in crypto. You have to think about it as a business. Yes, okay, if the distributor comes once or twice, maybe you want to buy those blue dresses anticipating a narrative or a future trend. But if it does not come, you cannot lock up your capital here and miss opportunity cost and leave the red dresses that everybody wants over here. So if you keep on buying a coin that's going down, you won't have capital to buy these coins that are going up. And guess what? The ones that keep on going up, the ones that you're saying, oh my God, I'm not going to buy that. It's too high now. It has to come down. Usually that's the one you're supposed to get into. Make sure you diversify into other dresses, other colored dresses. You can always buy back that coin that you really love in the future once it proves itself. Number 5, do not ignore Bitcoin. A lot of people think they understand Bitcoin, but they don't. But it should be part of your crypto portfolio. Let me explain something to you. You hear a lot of these experts or gurus tell you, listen, Bitcoin from here can only 2x. Why not get this coin over here that can 20, 30, or 50x? And it sounds logical. And at times, that might be true. The problem is, a couple of things that they are missing. Number 1, you're supposed to split your portfolio into 2, your altcoins and your Bitcoin. If you have $10,000 over here in Bitcoin and $10,000 over here in altcoins, even if these altcoins go to 0, this Bitcoin can still give you a 2x, so you can at least make your money back. So don't ignore Bitcoin. Bitcoin is vital to your crypto portfolio. By the way, real quick, if you are getting value from this video and you want to see more videos like this, please comment down below and let me know you want more videos like this one, and I'll make sure I'll make more videos like this one. With that said, let's get back to the video. Number 6. Stop listening to the morons that are telling you that technical analysis doesn't work just because they got burnt or just because they don't understand it. It does work, they're just listening to the wrong people. Let me explain something to you. There's a couple of different people on YouTube, on X, talking about technical analysis, and most of them don't have any clue what they're talking about. They simply don't know technical analysis. They just learned, got lucky, and everyone's a genius in a bull market. I've seen people do TA. I've seen people talk about candles. I've seen people talk about how the gap must feel. It's complete crap. They don't know what they're talking about. They are really, really getting you wrecked. Especially don't listen to these people on YouTube. First of all, even the ones that do know technical analysis on YouTube, and there are a few that actually know technical analysis, they are day traders. Most of them are day traders. Why? Because if they were swing traders long term, they wouldn't have enough content to make videos. So they do day trading videos. The problem is you are not day traders. You cannot keep up. So one day they're bearish, one day they're bullish, the other day they're bearish, and even though they may be correct, it's on a day by base schedule. It doesn't make sense. They do these thumbnails, gold don't cross this, bear market that. It just doesn't make sense. It just does not. You are not day traders. If you were day traders, you wouldn't be listening to these videos, you wouldn't have time, and you would be day trading. It takes 2, maybe 3 years to just start learning about technical analysis, and then you have to use it for 2-3 years before you can say you actually learned technical analysis, and even then it's a continuous journey. Now don't get me wrong, it's actually pretty cool, and it's actually more lucrative than other professions out there. I mean, it takes what, 6 years to be a doctor, 8 years to be a lawyer? You can do technical analysis in 2-3 years and make more money than both of these people combined, but it takes time. Try and learn how to swing trade. Swing trading is a lot easier in the sense that you use longer term time frames and you're not on your computer every single day, and it's more forgiving, if that makes sense. Plus, some of the best traders in the world make the most profits, only take 2, maybe 3 trades a year, maybe even less than that. So become a swing trader. Now, if you want to learn how to swing trade and you want an indicator, you can use the factor line. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll talk about it a little bit later in this video, but the factor line is my own indicator built for me, built to teach you in a fast, rapid way, and it just makes everything easy. It comes with a course, but we'll talk about it later on because I really want to give you value and tell you what else you're doing wrong or what else I would tell myself to stop doing if I went back in time, because I really think that this is gonna help you. So let's continue and we'll talk about that later. But just in case you want to check it out, the link is in the description down below. Now let's continue with the video. Number 7, stop using Bitcoin dominance as an indicator for alt seasons. Bitcoin dominance as an indicator is a scam. At the very least, it's lagging and it's obsolete. Let me explain. See, in the past, we used to use Bitcoin dominance to call potential alt season. A lot of influencers and experts out there still to this day use Bitcoin dominance. But you have to understand that markets have changed. There are a lot more altcoins, meme coins daily in the markets now. There are tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies coming out every day. Everybody and their mother are building cryptocurrencies. Now, let me ask you something. Before you shut off this video and say I'm crazy, let me ask you something. Humor me for a second. Imagine down here you have thousands and thousands of irrelevant altcoins. Up here you have a few good ones, and up here you have Bitcoin dominance. As these altcoins down here, most of which scams, start shutting down, stealing your ETH, Solana, whatever chain they're on, they would rug pull into those chain coins. So your Solana up here would go up, your SWI would go up, your Ethereum would go up, but down here it would go to shit as they rug pull, become obsolete, shut down, don't have finance, whatever. So money flows from here to the select few altcoins over here. Meanwhile, institutional money comes into Bitcoin. Wouldn't Bitcoin dominance go up as these coins down here shut down and only a few select altcoins go up while money comes into Bitcoin, since they're getting their liquidity from down here? What I'm trying to say is this: as institutional money comes into Bitcoin and more money goes from a lot of smaller altcoins to fewer bigger altcoins, couldn't that change the trajectory of Bitcoin dominance? Yes, it could. At the very least, Bitcoin dominance could be going sideways and you can still have an alt season. Bitcoin dominance could be going up and you could still have an alt season, but a selective alt season. I've been saying since 2023 that we're not going to have the same type of altcoin seasons. We're going to have selective altcoin seasons, and that's what we've been seeing. We saw it with AI, we saw it with gaming. We're now potentially seeing it with perpetual DEXs. We're getting select alt seasons. And yes, some other coins may ride, but it's impossible for all altcoins or almost all altcoins to go up like they did in the past. There's too many altcoins. So stop looking at Bitcoin dominance. Yes, okay, you could look at it, keep it as a reference, but don't put everything into one indicator, if that makes sense. Number 8, make sure you take profits. Always take profits. Listen, how many times have you been in this coin and it starts shooting up like crazy? And as it's shooting up, it feels like it's gonna go up forever. You're just like a little bit away from you saying, okay, I'm gonna take profits at $1,000 and it's at $940. And you're like, oh, just a little bit more, I'll take profits. And it just dumps down, never to recover again. It happens all the time. It happened to SafeMoon. It happened to the XRP army. It's going to keep happening over and over and over again. You have to learn to take profits. Don't risk 10x for a one more X. You cannot go wrong by taking profits, especially if you take profits into USDT as an example and into Bitcoin. That way, if you take profits from here, from this altcoin into USDT and Bitcoin, you're still exposed to crypto with Bitcoin. So if it keeps on going up, great, you have your profits in USDT. And if it goes down, you could even use Bitcoin to buy altcoins because they go down lower than Bitcoin. You're protecting your capital over here. Always take profits. Listen, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Pigs are the greedy ones. Don't be a pig. Number 9, stop chasing the next 1000x coin. It is impossible for you to pick the 1000x coin. It really is. And this is coming from someone that actually called quite a few 1000x's in their lifetime. We called Pepe before almost everybody else. But you have to understand this was luck. It was in a basket of coins. It was mostly luck. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the 1000x coin. And you don't need to. You can make 1000x by 2xing 10 times. Yes, I know, it sounds crazy, absurd. Let me school you with something because I'm gonna show you something that you can use in your life, in crypto, in business, in investing, in anything. Let me show you something real quick. See, instead of trying to find that one coin out of 60,000 coins that will 1000x to make $1 million, it's a lot easier to just 2x $1,000 10 times. Each time you have more capital to work with, which opens up new opportunities, whether this is crypto, business, anything, it does not matter. Now, is it gonna be easy and happen in a day or two? No, it might take years, but it's a lot easier than trying to find that one 1000x coin. Believe me, stop chasing 1000x coins. Fix your mindset and you'll get that 1000x. Number 10, get out before the end of the bull market. Get out before the bear market starts. Listen, everybody's talking about extended cycles. Everybody's talking about how this time is going to be different. And as we're getting to the end, more and more people will tell you that this time it's different and it will feel different and it will look different and it probably won't be. We'll probably enter in a bear market. We have what's called a 4-year cycle. And while that can change, yes, it can change, I personally, I'm going to stick to the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. What does that mean and how can I benefit even if I'm wrong? It's very simple. Take out 80% of your crypto towards the end of the bull market. How are you gonna figure that out? It's a different video. I have videos on that. But take out 80% of your crypto. Do not hold this crypto into a bear market unless it's Bitcoin. I understand that as a sound hard money alternative. Get out of most of your crypto. A lot of projects are gonna die. A lot of projects won't come back and the bear markets can be really gruesome. They can really destroy you psychologically, economically, everything. They can ruin you as a man or woman. They can completely ruin you. Just go with the 4-year cycle, grab your 80% of your profits, and just leave 20% in. If the market continues to go up, you have that 20% in, and from these profits over here, take a leverage trade. Take a leverage trade over here. If it continues going up, great. If it goes down, say that's it, it's over. But get out. Do not be caught holding your bags in the bear market. This is why 95% of people in crypto get wrecked, including you, if you don't listen to this advice. So make sure you get out, make sure you take profits. And just to reference something earlier on, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Do not be that pig. By the way, if you are serious about crypto, if you are actually serious about crypto, let me show you something real quick. This is possibly the best indicator you can possibly get. Listen, this is called the factor line. This is the indicator I use in all my videos when I do technical analysis, and this is the indicator I use to make most of my calls. And this is being built ground up to serve my style of trading. So for example, over here you see this becomes yellow, factor line becomes yellow, or gold actually. And as you can see, as this became gold on the daily, it remained gold all the way up here and then told you to get out as soon as it turned red over here. Do you see that? Told you to buy back here, told you to get out here, and actually told you to get back in here. Now these dots, this golden dot is confirmation. The factor line actually told you to get in on the previous candle over here. So this actually was the perfect entry. This here was a perfect exit. Does it get the exact tops and bottoms? We'll talk about that in a second. But as you can see, if you just follow the factor line, buy gold and sell red, this is long term, that's it. This is the indicator to use for swing trading and investing. It's simple to use and it actually hides a lot of power. It teaches you TA a lot faster. But you could just use the bare minimum for your trades, and we're actually bringing auto trading pretty fast, but let me show you. So this is the factor line in its simplest form over here, but if you come to settings, you will see it actually has a lot of magic, a lot of hidden magic. Number one, swing failure patterns. I'm turning this on. Check this out. If you turn swing trading patterns on, it actually gives you extra entries and exits. For example, look, even though we were gold down here and we came up, it told you to get back in right over here on this candle where everybody else was getting out. It told you to get back in. The line remained gold, and this was also a perfect entry all the way up here. This candle, this high volatile candle, everybody was panicking down here. It told you to stay in. It came up over here. Not only that, look, buy, 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 but told you to sell right up here before the confirmation and told you to sell right here. These are intra trades. So if you're a swing trader, you can use these, but if you're an investor, you can use these in combination. You can actually swing trade and invest exactly like I do. Not only that, but you could do a lot more with this indicator. First of all the patterns that I use, the candlesticks that most people do wrong out there, they're actually using wrong, you have them in the indicator over here. Second of all, you have the double tops and double bottoms, whether you use them on the wicks or body, and you have range patterns. It actually shows you the ranges. If you watch my TA videos and my calls, I use ranges when I TA. I like snap and cracks. I'll teach you what that is in a second. And I like trading in ranges and breakouts. This does it and shows you everything automatically. And it does so much more than that. As a matter of fact, something you've never seen before, I can actually show you POC levels and more here for intra swing trades. Look at this. This indicator, you've seen nothing like it. And the only way you can get this indicator, this is an exclusive indicator by the way, is part of my course, Invest trade, and think like the crypto factor. So if you got value from this video, imagine the value you get from this course. Let me show, I'm not gonna be long. Let me just show you something real quick because I'm super excited about this. See, I developed the Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor course so I could teach you exactly how I trade, and so you can learn technical analysis and also the way I trade, the way I invest, and the way I think much faster than you would traditionally. This is built, first of all, how I personally trade, but also how I think. This gets into the roots. If you want to know how I called the double top in the previous bull market and the re-entry at 30K, if you want to know how I called 15.6K 2 months before it bottomed out and won the bet with Gareth Soloway because 15.6K was the exact bottom, how I called AI, how I called the narratives, this is the course for you. And I keep on adding to the course. This will teach you how to master cryptocurrency. And look, right now it's at an early bird price. It's at $1,297. It will go to $2,600 in total, but you can actually get in now with launch access while I'm building this out. It's actually ready. I just want to add a couple of more chapters in there, a couple of more videos in there, and it's going to be ongoing, but you can still get the chance to get in early as if it just launched, okay? And look, we got people here. We have verified student success stories right here, and you can see that everybody is happy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. I'll also leave the link somewhere over here so you can check out this course. It's gonna teach you how to invest, trade, and think, and give you my indicator for free. If you wanna learn more, go click the link over here, and it will explain to you exactly what it is and see if it's for you. But hurry up, the price will go up, and believe me, it's worth every penny. Now, if you don't want to take the course, or if you're already a member of the course, by the way, welcome, really cool. But if you're already a member of the course, check out this video right here next, completely free. It will up your game. It will help you succeed in crypto. I guarantee it. Make sure you watch this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.